Hey guys, it's Nick here, and I'm 2 days late in posting this because all the stuff that I got happened on Sunday. I decided to. I gotta stop saying. I decided to do another trade with this guy. I met him before, but when I was coming home from the fair, that's where I got the Japanese version of Ghosts and Goblins, and then got some other game from him. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Paperboy from the Master System. So I met up with him today. I traded him Robo Demons. He gave me 15 bucks. I gave him Totally Rad and Crazy Creatures, and then he gave me one of the crates on the NES, the Japanese version anyway, of Super Mario Brothers 3. So this is I didn't know this, but this is actually harder slightly than the NES version. And by slightly, I just mean like there's only one thing I noticed in the difficulty. I was still able to beat it. The first time I did it with warps, and then the second time I still used warps, but I did each world, sequentially, because it's kind of hard to do all of it in one sitting. So if someone wants to call me a cheater for using the warps, as save points, then fuck you, okay? Because I can do whatever the fuck I want. Anyways. So, I believe, if I remember right, I haven't played Super Mario 3 in a long time, but if I remember right, in the US version, when you get hit, like let's say you have the raccoon suit, when you get hit, you just lose the raccoon suit. But in here, when you get hit, you go all the way back to Tiny Mario. So you could have the Tanuki suit, the Hammerman suit, or whatever. But when you get hit, not only do you lose that, you also lose the whole entire outfit. And now you're the Tiny Mario again. So it's a little bit harder, but it could still be beaten. I did it, okay? And to be honest, I still say Super Mario Bros. 1 is the hardest. I think it goes in a sequential order for me. Like, this is the easiest, Super Mario 2 is the second hardest, and then Super Mario Bros. 1 is the hardest. Now, some people might disagree with me, but that's how I see it. I only beat the NES version of Super Mario Bros. Once, and that was it. And then the funny thing is I first beat the original Super Mario Bros. On All-Stars for the Super Nintendo, so that was, because that's what I grew up with. But it was like, I think the last year when I beat it, but then it was like, no, I can't beat an NES collector, like a legit one at least, until I beat Super Mario Brothers. So now I can say I've beaten all three of them without using emulators or save states. I mean, I have used them to beat them before, but I mean, now I've beaten them on the actual NES without any cheats or anything. So I feel very proud of myself. And yeah, but Super Mario Brothers 3. This is one of the best fucking games you could ever play in your life, and it's so perfectly designed. It's just when somebody or something does something just that way, that's just so perfect. Well, that's this game. So, anyways, then I picked up something really fucking cool. You guys want to see it? Oh, I bet you do. Let me show you. I did get another Famicom game. I'll show that to you in a minute, though. So after that, me and my dad decided to stop by the Goodwill downtown Seattle, and I found something that just made my mouth drop. I was not expecting to find anything like this, and even though my Commodore 64 doesn't really work, well, by that I mean I haven't even tested yet. I broke one of the keys off by accident, but there's a friend of mine who's got like the USA version. I got the British version. But anyways, I found a Commodore 64 disk drive. This thing is heavy, by the way. It is, oh my god. I can hold it with one hand, but even then it makes my hand hurt. So this thing is just awesome. Guess how much I got it for? 10 bucks. I don't know if you can see the price tag there, but this is fucking cool. And even if I don't really use a Commodore 64, this is awesome for a collector's item. These things go for like, when I checked on eBay, they were like 20 to 40 bucks. And this thing looks in fairly new condition, so I'm going to say this thing probably works. I mean, I don't know because I haven't tested it, but this is pretty cool. This is an awesome ass piece of history, and I hope to take care of this. A lot of shit falls in my room. I hope this is not one of them. I'd be so pissed. So I have it leaning up against my computer, so that way, even if it does fall, just fall flat. So it won't. No damage will be done. Well, we also found some video cords for my Wii, so that's pretty cool. I dropped that thing recently, though. Not like horribly. It landed like it was on my computer, and then it just landed on the ground. And by a computer, I mean like my 98 machine back there. You can't see it, but so I hope it still works, because yeah, I did that to my 3DO so many times, and it still worked like a charm. Of course, now the CD door doesn't work ever since we moved, so it must have taken some huge fall I didn't know about. Anyway, so this is pretty cool. Now I just need a power supply and a sensor bar, and then I'm sad. And I know I heard about the whole like you don't really need a sensor bar. You just like put 2 candles or something. But you know, I'll just get a sensor bar. I just like playing it originally and just hey. Anyways, so yeah, I got another Famicom game, and I haven't really played this one before, but this is Hiryu no Ken 3. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's 5 Nin no Ryu Senshi, which means the 5 Dragon Warriors, because 5 is this Japanese character right here, then Nin or Hito means, people, and then, Ryu means dragon, and then Senshi means warrior, so yeah, that basically translates to, the 5 Dragon Warriors, and I hope that was a good Japanese lesson to you. You don't have to add the in there, but it just sounds more, it makes more sense when you do that. So, anyways, it's by Culture Brain, and they released this on the Super Nintendo called, or it's not this exact game, but they did release this in the U.S. They did on the NES, I mean, and it was called. They had like Flying Warriors was one of them, and I think that might have been it. Then there was another one. Oh yeah, Flying Dragon: The Secret Scroll. But Flying Warriors has more awesome music. So Culture Brain, I guess they're known for making what's the game called? The Magic of Scheherazade. I hope I said that right. So I haven't played that because I don't play RPGs, and the ending kind of sucks. But yeah. This, I've heard it's a pretty good fighting game. I'll check it out. I guess it's pretty much like as close as you can get to Street Fighter on the NES, besides the Capcom, official Capcom ones. So, pretty cool pickups, and I'm glad I bought these. These are, or got them. I mean, Super Mario 3 I traded for, but still, great games. And by the way, this was $10, so unfortunately this was not released in the U.S. And if it was, it is Flying Warriors. I played both games like yesterday, and they actually looked very similar, so I think they are the same, but I can't be sure. GameFAQs lists them as 2 different games, and usually if they're the same game, they just list both the US and the Japanese title. My head's gonna explode if I explain that any longer. But anyways, cool games, and I'm looking forward to doing those. I know I said I was working on a review, then I just got lazy and never worked on it again. I have all the scripts recorded, and I think I even have the gameplay footage recorded, so all I have to do is just compile that together in Movie Maker and then just re-upload it. But I'm also going to be working on another review, which I promise you I will be uploading this month. I just realized, like, a few hours ago, it's October, so holy crap, I didn't even know that, but it is. I don't keep track of time all that much anymore, because, I'm not in school. But I've been trying to apply for jobs at places, and of course haven't had any luck lately, but I'm sure I'll find something. I mean, I know I'll find something. I just, patience is the key. So, anyways, I was gonna say, I don't think I told people this completely. I think I was talking about it for a while in my last video, and then I just talked about something else. But I was saying I traded Deal or No Deal and Big Mud the Truckers for the DSM for $3. And I know that's barely anything, but you know what? That was all I really wanted was like the tax money for the other game, because those games were just cluttering up space in my room. So I've been trying to get rid of stuff that I don't need because yeah. And also I've kind of changed my NES collecting habits. Now I have kind of gotten back into NES collecting. But the problem is, I'm not looking for games like, I think I said this before though, Little Samson and stuff like that. I don't want that. I'm looking for like more games that people haven't heard of, like, Jimmy Connor's Tennis. Who's heard of that on NES? I bet you haven't. And if you have, I bet your friends haven't heard of it. Anyways, so yeah, I just want to say I hope people are having a very great week. I'm having a pretty good one. I've been making music lately, and I am going to upload some stuff to YouTube. I just don't know when. I've just been really, paranoid about uploading my stuff. I actually did a remix. Sometimes I've been doing NES covers from like Super Nintendo games or whatever. Recently I was working on Space Ace. I know, people are like, oh, that game was a piece of shit, but the music was okay, so, hey. And I'm probably going to find that game for Super Nintendo too and get it because, just because I'm being funny. I don't know, something about the shitty games I like. I guess because it's like, well, at least they did program them, or at least it's not worse than The Last Starfighter. I don't know, something gets in my head where it's like, oh, come on, the game's not as bad as people say it is. So anyways, I'm good riddance, Robo Demons. But anyways, I keep saying that. Anyways, I'm going to go now before I start saying more random crap. So, peace out and have a good one.